Hey, everybody. Some days are going to be like a daily dose of positivity. I'll shout out somebody in the comments yesterday who said, like, do some parenting advice one. And I think I have a pretty funny outlook on parenting at this point. So sometimes your daily video is going to be parenting advice. And if you're a parent, you're welcome. If you're not, and you're thinking about having a baby, you're welcome. And if you're not, and you never want to have a baby, you're also welcome. I think it's a comedic take on the whole thing, because here's what I am exhausted by is everybody online thinks that they are a parenting expert. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I am not a parenting expert. I have one child. Okay. I have a bunch of nieces and nephews and they're amazing, but they are not my child. I have the one child. When I see people, namely my sister-in-law or my other sister-in-law or other people that I know with multiple kids, I am exhausted. Thinking about 2, 3, 4. I mean, my dad is one of 8. I don't know how my grandmother did that. I have no idea. All I know is from my perspective of an only child, which I hate that term because only is such a crappy word. I would say she's just our one kid. She's our only child. God, it's like it has such a stigma to it. It's like, oh, you have like I've had family members tell me like, oh, one child is a child and 2 is a family. Well, you can go fuck yourself. Okay. Our family, I love my family. I knew going in, I was really hesitant to have one baby, and we'll get to that in a second. But if you have a child and you think, God, I can't do another one, don't do it. Just because the world says, well, you should have 2 kids. 2 kids is a family. Da-da-da. Congratulations if you can handle 2 kids. That's amazing. Don't ever tell anybody that having one baby isn't enough. Especially grandparents. They can go fuck themselves. If they're like, oh, you're only going to have one baby. Are you sure about it? Are you sure about it? They're not with you every single day. They're not. Okay? The only person that matters when you have a baby is your partner, okay? Now, this is coming from the viewpoint of a straight male husband, okay? I don't know what it is from the gay perspective or anything like that. But what I will say is if you get married and you are unsure of having a baby or you're sort of excited about it and your partner, your wife, is a little on the fence about it, you cannot have babies. You can't. Because if the mom isn't 1,000,000% invested in having a baby, you'll probably get divorced. You're going to freak out. Because the responsibility of a child happens overnight. Overnight. One day your wife is pregnant, the next day you have a baby. That's how it happens. Your entire world, everybody's be like, oh yeah, your entire world goes 180. Because now you have to take care of a person. This isn't like a dog where you can leave it at home or leave it with the neighbors and go out of town and you train a puppy for 6 months and then it just kind of lays around the house. This is your responsibility forever. Even when they leave the house, when they're in college or out or 18, 20, whatever, they're constantly your responsibility. You will always worry about them. You will, whatever. If you are not ready for that responsibility, and mainly if your wife is not ready for that responsibility, you cannot have a baby. Because there are a lot of people that did that and they are awful parents. And I will say this, it is really hard to be a bad parent. It's really difficult. It's really easy to be a good parent. You have to show up and care. That's it. That's the baseline. That's the Chris Rock joke, okay? Show up and care. Love that child unconditionally. Love them. That's it. Keep them alive. Love them. Do all the things that you would want to do for somebody. It's the golden rule. Parenting is the golden rule. I know I'm freaking out. I'm probably going to get a little sweaty. But this is before you even have a baby. This is the things you got to think about. Because guess what? There isn't like a screening for shitty parents. There isn't. Shitty people have babies all the time, and they are awful parents. And guess what? A lot of times, those kids turn out shitty. And that sucks, because that's another generation of shitty people. Okay? That being said, okay? And I know that a lot of guys out there are like, okay, why would you say that? Like, I wanted to have a kid, and I had a lot of response. Great. you're part of the minority. If men were in charge of having babies, and this is coming from a guy that has like a pretty decent pain threshold, okay? If men were the ones to have babies, first of all, we would never do it again. My wife had a C-section, but I've seen childbirth. It's terrifying. And if men had to take care of the babies nonstop, toast. The population would have never gotten above 10,000 people. We'd still be like a nomadic tribe searching for roots and killing deer and everything. Moms do 90+%, maybe 5%, 6%, 7%, 97% of the heavy lifting. They really do. And that starts at day one. You got to feed them. You are just a person around to help keep that baby alive and do a lot of fun stuff and have a positive attitude. Parenting every day takes a lot of positivity. Choosing to be a positive parent, it is exhausting because when they start talking and move, it is a constant work thing. And I'm not saying it's negative. I love being a parent. I do. I love my daughter. She makes me so happy. I love my alone time with her. I love being with her. Like I could squeeze that girl. I just love her so much. And until you have a baby, like the opening of that part of your body of like loving, it doesn't, until you have a baby. I mean, I love my wife, but I love my little daughter. It does open up like another little portal in your body of love. Like it is, I mean, that little girl can do, I love her. But it does test your patience. It does test your health. It does test your sleep. It tests everything about you on a daily basis. The joys way outweigh all the negatives. They really do. Because having a kid it's amazing. It really is. And I know I come from like a funny place and all that kind of stuff, but like you can't, how do I want to say this? You can't take a day off. You can, but you got to make sure that those kids on your day off are taken care of. You just can't take a day off and hope your kid's okay. Until they're like 17 or 18 or out of the house, you can't, until they're not under your like 24-hour supervision, can you take a day off. And that's a long time. That's a long time. So my parenting advice before we get to actual parenting advice, make sure you 100% want to have a baby and your partner, your wife, wants to have a baby 1,000,000%. Because without her, you cannot be responsible. You just can't. It is really, really, really hard. And for the single dads out there, or dads that lost their wives, or divorced dads that have the kid, you are good for you. That takes a special, special human being. I'm not saying I couldn't do it. I'm just saying it would be so effing hard. So hard. Whenever anything goes wrong, I just look to my wife. I'm like, help me. Changing diapers on an airplane? Help me. Changing diapers, going to the public restroom? Help me. Packing for trips? Help me. Finding things that say, help me. God, it's hard. But at the end of the day, if you open that portal of love, God, is it worth it? It all boils down to this. You have to wake up and choose to be a positive parent. Choose it. Like everything else. All right, this is the part of the video where the little thing is going to pop up. And you're just going to be like, hey, subscribe to the channel or watch this video. If you like it, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to do some TV reviews as well, some movies and all that kind of fun stuff. I have an idea called Greatest Movie Ever, and say like, why is this the greatest movie ever? And we'll start with Bad Boys 2 and Die Hard, and we'll go and do that. And then Ken Knapsack and I are going to maybe do a once-a-month live stream on both of our channels, a little afternoons reboot. Maybe we'll get Mark Ellis to join us every now and then. So thanks for watching, and choose positivity. It's an active choice. Call somebody, text them, tell them you love them. It matters. It's ways to love than hate. Find the good. I'll see you when I see you.